So the Colts finally end their head coaching search. And they hire former Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator Shane Steichen from the Frank Reich coaching tree. And there's a lot to like. He comes from he has a great background, a great history, good track record, and it's good to get a young offensive minded in the building when especially when he's been good with some young quarterbacks, when the Colts really need that young guy. They're still looking for that young guy. And bringing Shane Steichen I think he's the best fit of all these guys. I liked a few other guys. I liked Wink. I like some of these other coaches. Shane Steichen grew on me. I wasn't too stoked at first. I wasn't too stoked when they said, he was becoming a front runner. He was starting to become quite obvious. But honestly, it grew on me because when you look into him and what he has done, it gets you pumped up. The way he has helped Jalen Hurts make that year 2 step, the way that he has developed young players, he has had great playmakers over in Philly, a great offensive line, great scheme. He knows, he's going to be able to bring over or maybe help the offensive line, bring that offensive line back to its glory days, maybe bring it back to how it was a few years ago. Maybe he can do that, especially, you're still going to need that talent. Of course, it's the main thing, but this offensive line is nowhere near as talented as the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously. But, this is a step in the right direction for the Indianapolis Colts. A young offensive-minded to pair with the young quarterback, probably going to be Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. You ask me personally, it's whatever about the quarterbacks. I think Shane Steichen, if there's anyone that could get any of these guys going like a CJ Stroud, I think it's Shane Steichen. You look at his history, and you look at Justin Herbert when he was coming out of Oregon. We were like, yeah, he doesn't have a very high ceiling. He's not going to be good right away. Shane Steichen was that guy that taught him. Shane Steichen was the one who took him under his wing. And Justin Herbert had that. He turned in an offensive rookie of the year performance. He had an incredible first year quarterbacking the Chargers. And Steichen had a huge part of that. Then you go to last year in Philadelphia, he had such a great impact. Even before that, he was with Philadelphia. When Jalen Hurts was there already. The second year leap was just incredible. When you look at the Josh Allens, you kind of hope your quarterback makes a leap like that from one year to the next. Jalen Hurts kind of made a huge leap like that. He made a huge leap in terms of rushing the ball. He got much better as a passer. Definitely not where you need to be passing the ball, but he was still a pretty damn good passer. Not many quarterbacks, honestly, not many quarterbacks that can run the ball really well like he has shown that they can improve in their passing games a lot. Lamar Jackson is one of the few guys to be able to do that. But, all of this happening under Shane Steichen. And you look at what the Indianapolis Colts have and what he's coming to. It's a perfect fit. You have a young running back in Jonathan Taylor. He's coming from a system. He's coming from a spot where he loved to run the ball. They had a great offensive line. They pounded the ball. He's a great run scheme. It's going to bring that to Indy, and it's going to make Jonathan Taylor even better. It's going to play to the strengths and how Chris Ballard wants to play the game. If you do draft that quarterback, then maybe you draft a guard or, you get a few things together. Just maybe this Indianapolis Colts can compete next year. There's still a lot they need to get figured out, but, they have a long ways to go. They're going to have a young quarterback. They're going to have a brand new head coach. So, the wide receivers still need to get figured out a little bit. Pittman, I think he could have a bounce back year having a good quarterback. Pierce looked phenomenal. Paris looked phenomenal. You love both of those kids, both of those young wide receivers. You like Ashton Doolin. Not sure if he's going to be back. I think he will be back. A few guys on there's Paris Campbell as well. Hopefully he comes back. He has some good tight ends. I think he's going to use Jelani Woods the way he used Dallas Goedert. I think Jelani Woods has the potential to be a phenomenal tight end. I don't know about Goddard-esque, but he definitely has the ability to be a phenomenal tight end. Jelani Woods has that. And Shane Steichen, I keep going to say like Chris Ballard instead of Shane Steichen. But there's a lot to be excited about with Shane Steichen. He brings a lot to the table. He's a great leader. He brings a lot of energy. He's not going to sit around and watch these guys make mistakes. He's going to impose discipline. He's going to make sure that they know that he's in charge, and if they make a mistake, they're going to know about it. That's what the Colts have been missing for quite some time. It's just they didn't have it with Frank Reich. They just weren't there, but I'm really excited to see him come over. But, offensive coordinator-wise, we still have to figure that out. Now that Shane Steichen is the head coach, and we just don't have the guy. We have the defense coordinator. It seems like Gus Bradley is staying. Shane Steichen, probably said something, keep Gus here. He likes him. But Pep Hamilton, I think, is going to be the offensive coordinator. He worked with them in San Diego, or, with the Chargers. He worked with the Chargers. He was with the Texans for a little while. He's been around for a while. And he knows the game really well. He has evolved the game really well. As I said, he was with the Chargers in 2020. He was with the Texans last year. He was a quarterback coach and passing coordinator. He's offensive coordinator in 2022. I could see Pep Hamilton being the guy underneath Shane Steichen. There's a few other guys maybe he might bring from Philly. But I'm interested to see. Maybe. No, Scotty Montgomery's already, I think he went to the Lions and he interviewed for an offensive coordinator job someplace. It kind of blew my mind that he hired some places, and then like 5 days later, a week later, he went and he interviewed for another job. And I don't think it was a Niners. I don't remember exactly where it was, but interesting. And then, as we also heard earlier today, Jonathan Gannon is to the Arizona Cardinals. That's a bad hire. That's not a good hire. I think Jonathan. Now that I'm saying Jonathan, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna say Taylor once back. So I'm not gonna notice. Jonathan Gannon. He's conservative when times get tight. He's conservative in the big moments, and you can't play that way against some of the best teams, the greatest quarterbacks, the greatest offenses, the greatest coaches, the most well put together teams. You can't do that. That's another time. That's another topic for another video. Jonathan Gannon to Arizona, which will be coming out later tonight. Interesting hire. Shane Steichen and the Indianapolis Colts head coaching search is officially over. Thank God. Thank goodness. I'm so happy that it's over with, because it was just horrible. All the Jeff Saturday stuff. I thought it was going to be Jeff Saturday in a way, just because of Jim Irsay, really leaning towards that way. But I'm proud of this organization for leaning towards, a different guy, and a guy that can really bring this franchise to the promised land. Shane Steichen has given me a lot of positive and exciting feelings. I'm going to recap the opening press conference. Going to go watch that, recap that, get that video out for tomorrow. So get the Jonathan Gannon out in the morning tomorrow. Maybe get that ready for tomorrow, but we'll see. Maybe it'll drop tonight. Who knows? But if you have that post notification bell on, you'll know. So if you enjoy, football, Colts, this is the place for you, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you do not miss any future videos. This is the place for you. I promise you, you will not regret it. This would be the best decision you've ever made, subscribing to someone YouTube-wise. I promise you, this is the best place, man. So don't miss out. Make sure you like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you do not miss any future videos. I thank you guys for tuning in. To watch the end, comment Shane Steichen as, the sign if you made it to them. But thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. JDW Sports Talk Show, signing off.